I am by no means a coffee expert, but I did have an idea. What if we put Dulce de Leche inside of our Café Sữa Đá instead of sweetened condensed milk? This is my Café Dulce de Leche. You will need coffee grounds. You need something to heat your water. Dulce de leche. Ice if you want. And a Vietnamese coffee filter. A fin. If you have a kettle that can heat to a certain degree, you want to set it at 200 degrees Fahrenheit. My partner, who actually cares about coffee, tells me that's the ideal brewing temperature for efficient coffee extraction. But if you're actually someone who cares about this stuff, you likely know more than me anyways, and should brew your coffee however you like. I usually add a little hot water to my glasses before I use them to doubly ensure that they won't crack. But please make sure you're using tempered glass if you're using glass. No one wants to have to clean up glass before they've even had their coffee. I also add hot water to my fin to warm it so there's less fluctuations in temperature when brewing. Pour in the dulce de leche to your cup. Dulce de leche, for those of you who don't know, is sugar and milk heated together until the sugar caramelizes and the milk proteins undergo the Maillard reaction. Sometimes, people make it from heating up sweetened condensed milk. Dulce de leche is very common in Latin America, used in all types of desserts, for instance alfajores, cakes, or as a dip for churros. Now for the coffee, I'm using Cafe Du Monde, the brand stemming from the famous coffee shop in the French Quarter of New Orleans, Louisiana. In the 1970s, an influx of Vietnamese American refugees from the war moved to the Gulf Coast, both because the climate was similar to that of Vietnam, and because the coast could provide already experienced Vietnamese fishermen with jobs. Cafe Du Monde became a favorite to these new Vietnamese Americans, and it spread through word of mouth across the Vietnamese American community. Scoop in your coffee grounds into the fin, and shake it so it's an even layer. The more grounds you add, and the tighter you screw your press, the stronger your coffee, but also the slower the extraction, and the more bitter it becomes. I like adding a little water to the grounds so they expand and I can tighten the press slightly more, but if you're using freshly ground beans, it'll also allow your beans to bloom. Put the fin on your cup, and then fill it with your 200 degree Fahrenheit water. Put on the lid and let it drip down. The ideal brewing time should be roughly 4 to 5 minutes total. If it's going way faster than that, then you probably haven't added enough grounds, or you haven't tamped the press enough, and you'll have a watery coffee. The longer it takes to brew, the stronger your coffee. Once it's done, tuck the lid under your fin. Stir until most of the dulce de leche is mixed in. Then pour over ice. And there you have it. Café Dulce de Leche. The difference is really subtle, but it does have a slightly richer taste than Café Sữa Đá. Next time I might try it with Cajeta instead, which is dulce de leche made with goat's milk instead of cow's. If you make this, please let me know what you think. And if you'd like to see more food videos mixed in with a little cultural history, don't forget to subscribe, like, and I'll see you next upload.